I'm in a groove state of mind. I'm moving all the time. No excuses and no blame. I'm stepping up my game. I'm a groove stew, yes I am. With groove I know I can. Read my master plan. I'm grooving, yes I am. I'm grooving. Oh, I'm grooving, yes I am. I'm grooving. I'm moving, yes I am. I'm moving. I'm moving, yes I am. I'm moving. I'm moving, yes I am. Groove Nation inspires me to bust loose and break free. I'm dancing to my dreams, bursting at the seams. I'm feeling groove-alicious. Groove knows who I am. 'Cause now is my time to have a groove state of mind. I'm grooving. Oh, I'm grooving. I'm grooving, yes I am. I'm grooving. Oh, I'm grooving. I'm grooving, yes I am. I'm grooving.
All right, we are live. Welcome, everybody. Mike Filsaime here with my co-host, David Lemon, for our weekly or monthly update for everything that's happening in Groove. Basically, we were doing State of the Groovians quarterly. At this point, we're basically doing monthly updates for you so that you guys get more updates on what's happening with the application, with the company, with pretty much everything that you should know. So the first thing that we want to let you know is that as we had stated back in December when we were talking about the past, the present, the future, and all those different things, when it came to affiliate commissions, we had promised that we would get caught up with affiliate commissions by the first quarter of 2023. Significant amount of money. And that has been taken care of. And remember, we said as of December 1st, all commissions would be paid on time, whether that be for Groove.cm or for Groove.ai, whatever the case is. So those payments go out weekly, as you're aware. And for any reason, if you have not received a commission from anything that was prior to December of 2022, just check your profile and make sure that you have everything filled out properly in terms of your your 1099 information. And if there's anything incorrect, just hit us up at the support desk. We'll get that taken care of straight away. And so today we're going to be talking about some really exciting things that are going on in the world of Groove Digital. And so we're going to just jump right in, and we're going to end it today with about a half hour to 45 minutes, maybe perhaps an hour. I don't know. David has a slew of updates for you on the application, and he'll be joining me at any time that he wants to jump in. Okay. First thing that's going on is obviously the health of Groove has never been better. We've been able to take all of our past situations, call it debt and different things like that, and get that taken care of to the point where we are not only able to make sure our staff is taken care of, but we are finally increasing staff. So I'm going to bring David on right now. We're going to talk about some things that have just happened with the Groove development team in both AI and in Groove.cm. So I'll start first with Groove.ai. We have Artie, who was Rich Sheffrin's CTO for 15 years. And then when Rich Sheffrin's company was bought out by Agora Publishing, which is a multi-billion-dollar info publishing empire. Obviously, Rich's employees went there, and Artie had left Agora about a year ago, or whatever the case is. He's a genius when it comes to AI. He's literally a genius when it comes to tech. He's one of those guys that's been around, in the early days, publishing or doing code with C and C sharp, and knows every language that there is out there, but has an affinity towards machine language, large language models, all these different types of things that are important with neural networks, training models, and understanding that beyond just development, beyond just working with APIs. It's a real understanding of what's going on. So Artie put out some ads for the people that we needed for Groove.ai. We had received, and the limits that we were looking for, the requirements that were needed were the highest level developers for Groove.ai. When I've always realized when you're looking and you're putting in a job request, put in that dream person that you don't think that person exists, and you're going to be very surprised to find out how many people actually come in and apply for that. So we got 119 applications over for Groove.ai. We did over 19 interviews one time. We did then brought some of those guys back. 9 people came in for a second interview, and then 3 people came in for a third interview. And we've hired some rock star AI developers we got one backend, 2 backend developers with, let me put it to you this way. We got 1 backend developer, 1 front-end developer, and 1 person with front-end and backend experience. So we are already, I'm having a meeting about it this week. We're going to start implementing the entire user interface, as we call the UI, and the user experience. We're going to completely build that out. And then, as you know, most of AI today works with an API. There's very little that needs to be done because a lot of this stuff happens on the background and we create the workflows and the tasks. So Groove.ai is in full development. We are working on what we're calling the 5 hero apps. We're not going to talk too much about them. Some of the things that, by putting out the mind map and different things like that, it was important for you guys to know what was being built. But at the same time, we're leaking our secrets. If you were to talk to Steve Jobs, a day before the iPhone came out, he would have said to you, we're not working on a phone. And for us at Groove.ai, we will tell you that the development is going great. We are developing a marketplace. As we said, we want to become the WordPress for AI or the Shopify for AI, meaning we're going to build the framework for a great platform. But what we're going to be doing is developing a marketplace where other developers come in and build upon ours with us. We are building, trying to get it ready by September 1st. We've had meetings about it. So AI funnels and AI brand websites. There's a few companies that are doing it right now. They have very limited things once the site is built in terms of how you can continue to edit it or host it. We're going to be building it directly into the Groove platform so that it'll either import onto the Groove canvas or you'll get a link that will import it to the canvas. So we're trying to get that done. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to be training Groove.ai on our unique JavaScript framework for Groove. And it's just a language that we teach it like any other language, and it should be able to build the pages out directly for us. So more on that later. And so, if you're a Groove.ai backer, you're going to be very, very pleased. And we're going to be doing our final launch for the backer project in August. You can get more information at Groove.ai/JV if you want to get in on that August launch. And I'm going to be making a new video for that this week. Right now, it has the old video on there. So that's development for Groove.ai. The next thing that we want to talk about is Groove.cm development and what we've added onto the team. So we're going to bring David on to talk about that.
Oh my God. By the way, hi. I cannot tell you how excited I am. This is like when you go on in Christmas time in a toy store, and then you're just overwhelmed with excitement and feeling. So this is how I am right now with new development, with new people to kind of with new resources that we have on the development team. So it's just great. So we got a couple of new resources. I will start first with what's related to you directly, what you will be seeing. We got one new support person and one new dev support person, which is a support person will be basically handling these smaller requests like I don't know, I forgot my password, or I don't know my email. It's like minor things that just like, how do I explain minor things? But then we have another person that we hired, which will be handling mostly Groove pages related queries, support tickets, higher level stuff like this might be a bug, but this might also be something that is in the settings that I don't know how to set up. So can you please look into it? So we have a developer that is very technical, but also handles a lot of other things like testing and helping sort out these issues, and like, for example, migration issues or things like my page is not in the builder, but it's live. What do I do? And things like that. The cases that might be user related, but might be also software related. So we got a person that will take care of those things. So which is very exciting. So these are two new people for support specifically. Then we have hired one new developer for Groove pages to help us develop new elements, the canvas related changes that we want to add, to help us integrate more of our apps into Groove pages, and basically just help improve Groove pages overall. Then we got a new developer for GrooveSell. So GrooveSell will be seeing faster changes. We will be developing quicker. We will be doing some other stuff that I don't want to talk about now, but it will make building funnels in Groove pages much, much simpler and faster. This was particularly something that Mike and Donna suggested, which is just like duh, why we didn't think of that before. So yeah, the GrooveSell stuff is going to be developed much faster now. Also, GrooveBlog is getting a new developer.
And by the way, when David says a new developer, he means an additional for all these things.
Yeah,
So these are all we're not replacing anybody. These are all supplemental on top of everybody we already have.
So we got a GrooveKart developer. So we got another GrooveKart backend developer that will be helping us with new integrations with other Groove apps, bringing in more drop shipping and print on demand integrations, making stores faster, checkout pages smoother, and things like that, which is pretty awesome as well. Let me see. GrooveMail person. We got a new GrooveMail person. So that was like Groove pages, GrooveSell, Groove pages support, GrooveMail, GrooveBlog, and I'm missing one more, which is I don't even know. It's hard to keep track of everything. But let's see: GrooveBlog, GrooveKart, GrooveWebinar. I think that might be it.
I think GrooveWebinar. I don't think you said webinar. So it's webinar, cart, GrooveSell, GrooveBlog, GrooveMail, and then a support developer for GrooveMail.
You might be right. Yeah, you might be right. So all in all, a lot of new people. So it is going to allow us to move faster, to handle bugs, handle improvements faster, but overall just make Groove better for you, for us, and for the new people that are going to be joining in, which is so exciting. On top of everything, in terms of the new developers, we are starting to implement also changes where we are bringing over AI and GitHub Copilot, or what they're called, basically AI software improvement and development tools that will help us develop faster, more correctly, check the code faster, automate testing and things like that, which is on top of everything, is going to be just awesome. So Yeah, that's what happened within the last couple weeks that we didn't talk, and also many more things. I'm going to talk about that later on.
Great. And those people, folks, are on the team now. So you're going to be seeing record-setting development coming up, and things just happening faster that we told you were going to be happening this year. I see Rocket asks, on the Printify integration. Somebody, Moon Seung, is asking about Groove team members. As we had told you, all those things were planned for this year. You're just going to be seeing faster development now. So we're not going to give a timeline and say June 18th or anything like that. But we did say that these things were coming this year, and our goal is now to get them going faster for you. So there's a couple of other things that are happening, in the world of Groove. And when we say very, very, very big things, we are talking 8-figure investment right now for a minority share of the company. So that's over $10 million for a minority share of the company is currently in talks. Not going to get too much into that, but these developers are not developers. These investors are actually talking, to us about closing very, very soon, and they wanted to know exactly what we're going to be doing with that those 8 figures. And I'll say this. They don't want us taking chips off the table or anything like that. They want to know, how is that money going to go into the company? And we had put together a plan for them to expand developers. So right now we just added another 6 members. But should that go through, which we believe that it will, we're going to be looking to put on another 20 to 25 developers. And that's just in terms of development. What you're going to see happen to Groove Digital in terms of explosion is going to be, pretty fantastic. With or without these investors, we have some really good things going on with GrooveAgency, with in-house sales teams, some things that I can't even discuss right now. But we are planning, we do see go high level. We have a target on their back. Let those people at Go High Level know that, we said it live here on this live stream, that we are coming right after them with an agency model that we're looking to get released by the end of this year as well. Of course, not just team members, but full agency white label. And then with that type of investment, there may be possible roll-ups of some other companies in the industry. And of course, moving on to the future apps that you see, the pipeline CRM, the funnel mapping, the help desk, the surveys, the calendar, different things like that would be coming into development. So big things are happening here at Groove. We still have every intention to displace this entire industry. And you say goodbye to those days of, Infusionsoft and ClickFunnels and Go High Level. We believe Kartra, all of them, they're all on notice. We believe in our heart now, with our development team back here, on top of the skeleton crew that we kept when we kept things lean, that the vision for what we're going to do with Groove is going to be unstoppable, especially with investment. Donna, I'll have to talk with you later. By the way, not too much I can mention here, but a very, 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 very serious investor was on a call with us the other day. These people are a publicly backed company. Let me just pick this up here. They're a publicly backed company. And when they found out that we were closing in on a deal, they wanted to get in on it. And we had a conversation on it, and things are moving very, very fast there. So it could either be binary or a double investment, but just incredible things. We can't say too much. It's not that it's an NDA, but some of these things can go south at the last minute. And so Groove has a great plan regardless, but we will just see things accelerate once we close on this investment. As we said, it's an 8-figure investment. We won't say more than that, for a minority share of the entire company, Groove Digital. So more on that when there's more announcement on that. We won't say much more than that from there. So there's a couple of other things that are going on with Groove. I don't think any of you've noticed it because you already have an account, but there's a brand new funnel happening now with Groove.cm. So I'm going to pull this entire thing over here, right here. And I'm going to share my screen here with you. Thank you very much. Let me zoom in on this as well, as we do, to make things a little bit easier for everyone. We are zoomed in already. Okay, so we're going to start with Groove.cm. And I will let you all know that that I'm going to give you a URL where you could get all of these links. So don't worry right now about finding these URLs or having to sign up to see them. I'm going to be giving you, as you can see right here, a Google Doc that's going to give you all of these URLs in just a moment. All right, so nothing's changed inherently on the front end. You know, when people sign up, it's still free. But let's just talk about the previous plans that we had. Okay, this is what it's called, Groove.cm Premium Legacy. So this is just simply a page for me to reference, to do live streams, or for us to see what used to be on there. And that page was basically, hey, you signed up, and as soon as you signed up at Groove.cm, which was right here, you went to this page. You should all be familiar with it. It's what many of you saw. And what we did here was basically saying to everyone, and this was very confusing, so understand that if this doesn't make sense to you, that's okay. This is because it was the previous upsell funnel that we had. We're promising all of this plan under the startup plan for it's 30 days for free, and we tell you that you get unlimited domains, unlimited hosting, all of these unlimited things, but it's 30 days, and we let you know that after you sign up right here by saying all of those things that you saw on the front end was a free upgrade for 30 days. And then after that, you get downgraded to what you see here. So the first problem that we had is we had a video right here. And then we're basically telling you, hey, what you signed up for is a little bit different, and we need to explain that because it's only for 30 days, et cetera, et cetera. And it's this message right here is also competing with the plans. And then, as you remember, we had these different plans that you said that we were telling you, this is the price after today and what you're getting, and this is your one-time offer today for Creator Plus. Then we did it for Pro. Then we did it for Premium Plus. Then we did it for Premium Plus Lifetime. And again, all of these would be Premium versus Premium Plus. Pro versus Pro Plus, all of this different stuff. And on top of that, when you looked at it on mobile, this stuff just didn't make much sense very, very well on mobile. So what we've done is we've gotten rid of this page, this entire design, and we've completely changed our plans. The way the plans are right now is, let me just go into my Google Sheets. Okay, we'll make this a little bit bigger for you. It's very, very simple. Groove has now gone to simply 2 plans. That's it. Moving forward, and if you haven't upgraded in the past and you're upset that you're a free member and this is the way that it is now, you had all the time in the world to get the previous lifetime deals. So this is basically the Evergreen plans that you have now. It's either $99 a month or $299 a month. There's no annual plan for the $299 a month for the premium. And if you want the startup plan, instead of $99 a month, you can do it at $497 a year. So that's it. We've gotten rid of Pro. We've gotten rid of Creator. We've gotten rid of all of these different things. The Evergreen plans, it's either $99 a month for 2,500 contacts or $299 a month for unlimited contacts. That's it. Those are the nice, very simplified plans. And don't worry, we're going to be getting this sheet out to everybody public. There's still a lifetime deal available in the Evergreen plan at $3,000 or 4 payments of $997, which is $4,000. Now, that's the Evergreen plans. Okay. Now, if we slide over to here, we're going to look at the Otto plans, or what we call the one-time offer plans. And basically, essentially what that is, it's just very simple. You're going to have an option to get the lifetime for $24.97 or 3 payments of $9.97. And you can get it for a downsell, which is no longer on the same page. I'm going to show you the funnel in just a minute, so don't worry. This is Creator Plus, will be an option that they get later if they don't want the downsell, for $4.97 a year, and that gives 10,000 contacts. All right, so let's take a look at the way that funnel works. You're going to sign up. User will sign up just like they did before, nothing changes. And then we come to this page right here. This is what we call the confirm trial page, okay? And the way that this works right here is there's a short video from me right here. It's 2 minutes and 20 seconds. And it basically says, wait, don't close this page. There's nothing to buy here. We want to let you know that you just signed up for the free plan and you need to follow these 3 steps. Basically, we say, step 1, thank you for joining. Step 2, this is your 30-day free trial, right? So we're acknowledging for them that this is just for 30 days. And then we make it very, very clear for them right here. This is your 30-day free trial, okay? And this is what happens after 30 days. So if I go back to, let me just see here. Did I close that page? I think I did. Let me just go here. And we have to wait about 10 seconds for this to load. Just bear with me while we let that load. And so what I'm showing you here is the way that we used to do this. Very, very confusing. We were trying to give you all this good news here. And so this very confusing box that you're seeing right here, okay, this very confusing box, I'm just going to pull this off now that we don't need it. I'm going to, in case I need it, I'll move it over there, is now going to look like this. It's very simple. Very simple for everyone to understand. This is your startup plan. It's a free trial for 30 days. You get all of these different things here. And the Lite plan is what happens after 30 days. It's very, very clear. And if we look at this in a mobile device as well, we can see that these pages look absolutely easy to read on mobile as well. And so we're going to be seeing higher conversions on the mobile devices. Now, once that's done, again, you just signed up for a free account. You come to this page and we tell you so that you're very clear on this is really the actual plan that you're getting. And what you saw on the front end is free for 30 days. And then what we do here is we say, I confirm, I understand, etc. And then we have something here. This is a technique in direct sales, direct response that lets the user know, I'll zoom in on this a little bit more, that if they want, they can receive up to 70% discount and also lifetime deals. So by ticking this box, they're going to see the lifetime offer. Now, they see it either way, but this way they're much more susceptible to be excited about the one-time offer when they see it next. So that is the very first page that they see after they sign up. Okay. Now, from there, they go to our new lifetime offer page. Okay. And so this is the new offer that happens. Pretty much the same headline and section that we had here before. It's the same video, but everything is going to be changing. What you see here. First off, we're using an old school sales letter, which we're going to be testing whether or not we need all of this copy. We may make the copy less, but this is basically a synopsis that's made 70% shorter than the video sales letter that's happening here, using ChatGPT to help us write this copy. So basically, you have a little bit of copy that goes on here, and then we tell them again, this is the free plan. And then what we've done here is we've given them the ability to see each application in the free plan compared to the lifetime. So we start with Groove pages, and we give them some copy here. Then we give them a very simple and easy to read side-by-side comparison, which we never had before. And every one of these sections here has a little highlight feature that they could learn more learn more about the number of pages, learn about the integrations, learn about the webhooks. Every single thing now has a little tooltip. So instead of having to flood the page with a lot of copy, the information is there when they need it. And of course, even better, when we see this on mobile, we're going to see that this is still being worked on. We're going to close this, but you're still going to be able to see everything side by side, which is very, very important on a mobile device. So next, we're going to move on to, let's see, GrooveMail. So again, they get some copy that tells them about the benefits. Then they get a side-by-side comparison between the free and the lifetime plan. Then they get the key features will be listed here and what it replaces. So every section will follow that. Unlock the power of GrooveMember with copy, what you get between free and lifetime, key feature highlights and what it replaces. It goes on for GrooveSell, it goes on for GrooveWebinar, it goes on for GrooveKart, it goes on for Groove Video, it goes on for GrooveBlog, et cetera, et cetera. And then over here, oh, I just realized just one thing. I just got to make a little note to Lucius on the Otto pages. We have to mention that they're going to be getting the future apps as well. We don't have them here, so we want to let them know that they get all of those for free as well. Now here they get to see the bonus upgrade for Groove Designer Pro. They can click this and see all the information on that without having to leave the page. We have a direct response style Johnson box here, upgrading. Yes, I want to get all of this stuff. And then again, in this section here, we give them the Lite plan, everything they see in the Lite plan, compared to the premium lifetime, everything that they're getting for one price, one payment of $24.97 or 3 payments of $9.97. You know, if you take $24.97 divided by 12, I think it's $202 or something like that. $208. One of the ways that we're going to be positioning this also for users is that you get all of these apps unlocked complete for just $208 a month for the first year. And then after that, no payments for the second year, you own it. So that's another way that users really need to take a look at this when you pay it in full. It's like getting it for $208 a month, where other companies are $299 a month in perpetuity. So are we, by the way. So that's why, you know, these plans are so strong. I'm going to pause just right here just to mention something that, should we be seeking investments, we're going to have the ability to probably consider going away from either the free model for new users and possibly considering just making the app a one option or 2 option app, but possibly a 1 option app at just $299 a month, and be focusing there and completely eliminating the lifetime deal. So let the word get out on that. That's something that we're going to strongly consider having some talks about, and just going to straight recurring, because we believe as the app is getting more mature, and we have the ability to market better, $299 a month is literally a steal for this. So we don't know that the lifetime plan is going to be continuing, on forever, but it is there right now. This is the new funnel, but in 2024, it's likely that this will be going away, and we just go to front end pricing and possibly even moving away from the free option. Those things are on the table, just letting everybody know. All right, so again, we have a little video that explains what the one-time offer is, the lifetime offer, I should say. What is the lifetime deal? And these are testimonials that we have here. And then underneath, at the end here, we have the no thanks link. And the no thanks is very similar to what we had before. When they click here, they get an option to stay on the page or skip offer. And when you skip the offer, now we're going to a downsell. Now, if you remember before, we were giving you all of the plans on one page: Creator Plus, Pro, Premium, Premium Plus Lifetime, all of these different things. Right now, we're making one offer to you, and that's it. Lifetime, paid in full, or 3 payments. That's it. It's a lifetime option. If you say no to that and you go to the members area and say, take me to the members area, what happens is there's another video here. is a very short video of me right here, and you'll see it's a 1 minute and 16-second video. It says, hey, we understand you didn't want the lifetime option. However, we have a special option for you here. Please take a look at it, and it's very, very simple. This is basically telling them that this is going to be their plan after today. All right, and let me just get a screenshot of that. This needs to say after today. All right, so you can see the free plan, this is what they're getting. The startup plan, this is what they're going to pay later, and what they get, all listed here. And then if they can save 80% today going with the Creator Plus plan, normally $199 a month. They can get it for $42 a month when paid annually at $497. It shows them everything here. The key highlights is that they get 10,000 contacts, unlimited domains, a lot more. And again, a very easy to understand page that just breaks out app by app by app of what they're getting. Another Johnson box for them to see everything that's included. And then here's the Creator Plus plan, the free Lite plan, or the Creator Plus plan. This is actually a mistake here. This says startup. I'll get that fixed today. We just made this live just a couple of days ago, so that's why I'm seeing just a couple of things here. So now the price after today is $149 a month. That needs a cross out. Okay. The price is $42 a month today only, when paid annually at $497. And when they say no thanks at this point, we let them know, all right, well, now since you've passed on all the specials, your only options now are to go with the retail plans. You could go with $99 a month here. This needs to say $99. All right, this is $99 a month. Today only $0, then $99 a month after that. And here, $299 a month. This is what they could get lifetime offer for. Now, there's one last thing that happens here. When they click here, they click stay on this page or skip offer, and they go, instead of to the thank you page, there's one more page in this funnel. And what this is going to tell them here is that this startup plan that we gave them on this front page right here, this startup plan, which is only free for 30 days. There's nothing to buy here. This is saying, wait, there's nothing to buy. This is a free gift. We're going to give you this startup plan, which is $99 a month, absolutely free. All you simply need to do are three things. To get this for free, you simply need to register for the webinar. They need to register, attend, and stay till the end. And at that point, we unlock the free, the startup plan for them free for life. The reason why we do that, we know that people that watch the webinar are 8 times more likely to buy the upgrade for lifetime for Groove. So at the end here, if they say no thanks, I don't know why they would, but if they say no thanks, they get taken to the new thank you page right here. And it's just a normal thank you page that tells us everything that they need to do. And Donna said this shouldn't say join us on social media. She had mentioned something else that needs to say. I'll get that from her there. Donna, shoot me a text in Skype if you can, what you wanted this to say, and I'll get that taken care of. And so, ladies and gentlemen, that is our new funnels. If you want to study it so that you can make videos about it and all that good stuff, we can share my screen one more time. I'm going to show them where they can get access to this. You want to go to this URL right here. All right. And you're going to notice a lot of little faces start popping up right here. You're going to go to tinyurl.com/new-funnel. All right. tinyurl.com/new-funnel. And what that's going to do is that's going to give you every single page in our funnel. Oops, not sure why that happened there. We want to copy this. Bear with me a second. Remove link, and there. All right, make that a little bigger. This is OC 16. Okay, so there you go. About 70 of you have popped into the page already. You can, please do not request that you can edit this document. This is a view-only document. Many of you come in and you want to start being able to edit the document. Just click File, make a copy, and make your own copy that you can edit. And I'll ask you to do one more thing. Do not highlight the text like you're seeing right here, because then everybody sees that text highlighted. So this is the new funnel for you to study, make videos on. Again, we posted that in the chat for you. That is at tinyurl.com/new funnel. The last thing that I want to let you know about before we start talking about the new features is, let's see here. I believe this right here is a work in progress. I'm just going to put it here just so that you can see the work in progress for GrooveAgency sales letter. This is an unofficial page until you see it at GrooveAgency. Donna's going in and making sure that some of the copy that we wrote with ChatGPT didn't hallucinate and say that you're getting anything that you're not. So a lot of this was written with me with the help of ChatGPT. And as you see here, this is a full website that is going to launch GrooveAgency. More on that coming soon. Want to let you know a couple of things about GrooveAgency. We will have 3 price models. One at $3,000 a month, and you will get your everything that you see on this page, which means you'll work with a project manager to get your brand website, your funnels, your membership sites, your GrooveKart store. All of those things are going to be available for you. So if you're the type of person that says, I love Groove, but I want to focus on my business, and you're telling me I don't have to go hire a person or people or work with many different apps, you will actually be able to work with our team, $3,000 a month, and we will build everything for you. Now, we have 2 additional options for you. If you want to pay 2 payments of $12,500, you get an entire year for $25,000 as opposed to $36,000 when paid monthly. And that option, as you'll see on this page, will give you things like access to the collective mastermind, which is $25,000 per year. You get coaching with me. You get coaching with the team. You get education. You get to come to live masterminds, our replays, all of these different things you get as a bonus when you pay 2 payments of $12,500 or 1 payment of $22,000. If you go with the $3,000 a month option, you don't get the coaching in the mastermind and any of those different additional bonuses, but you do get a team working with you. Just before we bring on David, I want to let you know that stay tuned. Of course, we're doing our launch for Groove.ai in August, but we're going to be doing a mini launch with some prizes for the new Groove.cm funnel. Probably sometime in June, we will be announcing that. There'll be some small contests and prizes to get the word out about the new funnels. And we're also going to be launching GrooveAgency, where we're going to be paying 20% commission on GrooveAgency. So if you get anyone to get into GrooveAgency and they pay $3,000 per month, well, that's going to be earning you a $600 per month residual recurring income. And if somebody buys let's say the $22,000 plan, well, at that point, a 10% commission would be $2,200, but we pay 20 cents. So you would make a $4,500 or $4,400 commission. The same thing, 20% commission for the $12,500 plan, the 2 payments of $12,500. That would pay you a $5,000 commission over 30 days. So more information on that with the launch of the new Groove.cm funnels, more on the launch of GrooveAgency, and more on the launch of Groove.ai. And so there you have it. We have new funnels. We have exciting things going on. We have new developers at Groove.ai, new developers at Groove.cm. Big things happening here with Groove, with potential 8-figure investment, possibly a multi 8-figure investment, meaning there's possibility up into the $20 to $25 million range. Again, minority ownership in the company. We still have control, all of those different things. They're not looking for us to become fat cats. They don't want us taking that money off the table. They want us to put that money into rapid growth. So you're going to be seeing a lot of different things. One last thing I want to let you know as well is that I've instructed David Lemon to make sure that the first thing that we do for Groove.cm is we put in a a chat GPT style floating application, just to give you an example of what that's going to look like. Can't give you any dates on this, but I don't see why this should take more than 6 weeks. It's a very simple procedure. Once you're inside the app, what you're going to have right here, if you see this little thing right here, let me just see something. Let me pull this over here onto a different screen. I might even have a mock-up. It depends what computer I did this on, but bear with me a second. I'm just going to look in my library and see if I have this mock-up that I did with Husni just the other day. Oh, I do. So check this out. I'm going to pull this in like this, and I'm going to pull one more in as well. Bear with me a second. I'm going to pull this in. So what this means, what you're seeing here, is we're going to put a little robot, like you're seeing right here, something like this, that's going to float around the app. It might be, wherever it's going to be, and it's not going to be in that color, but essentially you will see that robot. And when you click on that, you're going to be getting something that pops up and floats in the app right here. And you're going to say write about. You'll have a simple drop down. This is not as complex as Groove.ai, but you'll have something that'll say the tone. It'll be professional, casual, enthusiastic, informational, or funny. You're going to have a format. We'll probably add a few more things like subject line, headline, etc. Paragraph, email, blog post, or ideas, which is outline. Length, if it's unlike a subject line, but if it's something like this, it'll say short, medium, or long. Very, very simple. You'll click generate. And then wherever you are, you'll have a little arrow, and you can either copy and paste it and put it here, or you can just select this, paste, and you'll click a little arrow button, and it's going to go here. That is really all that's needed for Groove.cm. Another example of how that might look is right here. You're working on a blog, and you want to write your blog post, so you'll come here, you'll click on this little icon, it'll open up a chat. You'll say, write me a blog post about this. I want it professional. I want it to be a blog post. I want it long. Boom, it'll write it. You'll click and it'll insert it in here. And then you could go in and add your photos and different things like that. This is a something that is out of the box that can be done with OpenAI. The major portions of it can be done in about 48 hours. And then adding things like professional, casual, literally that's just another 48 hours of testing and user interface and things like that. And this information was given to David and given to Husni that we want to get our developers that just came on, the expanded developers. The first task that we want to do, maybe the GrooveSell guy is just going to come in and make this available for us in the next, say, 30 to 45 days. That's not a promise. That's what my expectations are. So that is all that we have for the updates in terms of the major stuff for the company. Now we're going to bring David back on to share his screen and show some different updates that we have in the application that we've had.
Only this, Mike? I mean, come on. There's nothing else going on in Groove? It was a 45-minute talk.
Yeah, I told you.
Yeah, I mean,
that would happen, right?
Yeah. So as you can see, guys, there's a lot happening with Groove. And I didn't even start mentioning anything that we are working on the apps currently. So I can tell you straight away that we are done with the refactoring, and we are going to slowly be releasing the refactored code, the cleaned code, and we are creating a new system where we are going to be pushing the updates every 2 weeks or so. We have gone through a lot of different versions of our releases. Sometimes before we had a system where we pushed out things as fast as we can, then we slowed it down so that every week or every 2 weeks or every month we were pushing out huge updates, which was not that good because a lot of things might have been changed within those months. So what we decided on is that every week or every 2 weeks, most probably every 2 weeks currently, we are going to be pushing out the cleaned code along with the new functionalities that we showed last time on this type of Groove update. So we showed you last time the share options for Groove pages. We showed you some other SEO stuff. We showed you a lot of different things for most of the apps, along with the refactored code, which means a ton of bug fixes, a ton of minor improvements, a ton of UI changes, which is like little things like drop down is just allowing you to see one item per time and things like that. Like minor improvements are going to be really being released every 2 weeks or so. We did the code refactoring. Now we just need to slowly release them so that we make sure we can control the servers, we can control the storage, we can control everything so that it doesn't cause any huge issues. This is it for the code refactoring and how we're going to be doing the releases. But in the meantime, while we are going to be releasing these things out for you guys, and we're getting ready with it now, we're doing the last checks. The developers that we brought on are doing the last tests and reviewing the code so that it makes sure that everything is okay. And then in the meantime, there are certain things that we just needed to push out as soon as possible because we needed it either for ourselves for launches or for example, GrooveBlog was not being refactored, so we were developing for GrooveBlog continuously. And I want to talk about that for a moment. So I will share my screen real quick. Just bring this over here and show my screen. So you might have seen it, but you might have not seen it if you weren't in GrooveBlog for the past couple of days. But let me just show you something, and let me know if you see something different. And this also relates to Donna and Mike. All right, so guys, let me know if you see something different. Sorry. All right, so this was the website, and let me just load the blog now. All right. And then let's load the blog one more time here. That's it. So pretty much, I can show you what we achieved, which is pretty drastic. This was previously the results on Groove.cm, and this is GT metric that I'm showing you here. This was the grade of loading speed. So it was E, and it took 3 seconds to load and everything. What we got it to is A, which is a huge increase. Now it's 724 milliseconds instead of 3 seconds, which is the same blog. And as if you see the time, 11:17 a.m. and this is 11:21 a.m. So what we did is we pretty much recoded the GrooveBlog publishing system and the post system from scratch. We redeveloped it, we recoded it, and we allowed it so that it runs much faster. Within just one click of a button, you just need to republish your blog. We are actually doing the republishing automatically for everybody. So now when you click on a post, it just immediately loads within a couple milliseconds. So this is also on mobile devices. This is also on desktop devices, tablets, and things like that. So huge speed increase, which took us a couple of months, but we did it, and I'm very proud of it.
Nice.
Anything to say, Mike?
No, I love it. I was just thinking, David, you know how we have the thing with GrooveKart and Groove Video, and we have the bookmarklet with editing a site. Maybe we can have a little thing that when you're on a post page, we put a little pencil and you could instantly edit if you see a typo.
Yeah, we could do that. Now we have more devs, more time, and
now we can start asking again. Yeah.
Oh my God, you should see the Trello boards now with when you mentioned this investment, when you mentioned these new 6 devs that we are getting, like just the Trello board is like growing larger and larger. It's like Husni screaming like, you have to clean it, but every day I add on like 20 new things because it's just like it's possible.
We need a roadmap. Yeah, we'll get there eventually, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so this was one of the biggest things that we were working on for quite some time. This publishing system for GrooveBlog. It was one of the kind of the limb legs of Groove, that when you have a fast loading Groove Pages site, fast loading GrooveKart store, and then you wait for minutes until the actual blog loads. Then when you click on a post, then you wait again, and it was just not nice. But now within seconds, it just slows, and it's a breeze to work with. Yeah, so that's one of the things that we did. We did many other things. We just are not we're still in the testing phase for GrooveBlog, but one of the things that went live was the ability to disable post indexing. So there are sometimes you are doing I don't know, private courses or private messaging with couple of clients. Maybe you want to write something that you do not want to show on search engines. Then you can just click this toggle over here and disable indexing. We have a nice little toggle, nice little tooltip that will show you over here that it will basically not let search engines see this particular post where this is enabled. This is by default is going to be disabled. So all your posts are going to be visible for the search engines, but if you want to make it private, make it hidden from the search engines, you disable it here. Not a huge change, but it is pretty useful for some people that have been requesting for that for a long time. But I want to now show you something that I'm playing with on the test servers for GrooveBlog particularly. And this is going to be a pretty significant change. Let me show you something that is that is something that was very needed. Mike requested it when GrooveBlog came out, and we didn't do it exactly like he asked, but we did it partially like he asked. So previously in the live version of GrooveBlog, you have a ping button for adding a new post. You can add a singular new post and that's it. But what we are doing now with the newest version of these features is that we are going to allow you to import posts through a CSV file. So you can go to your WordPress blog, you can go to other blogs like a Shopify blog and the other ones, and export your CSV file, and you can import them here to GrooveBlog. Pretty much bulk upload blog posts in GrooveBlog now. This might not seem like a huge feature, but just think of the potential for AI. More and more AI tools are now giving you CSV export functionalities where you can create all sorts of blog posts, and then with exporting into CSV file, you can just pretty much bulk upload them here into GrooveBlog, so that you don't necessarily have to even think about keywords anymore. You can just write so many of these blog posts, and you can just bulk upload them through a CSV file. Not only that, but what we are doing is we're going a step further, is that if you ask AI to give you markdown text, and I will show you what markdown is. Markdown is a form of HTML. It's kind of a minimized version of HTML, which AI tools know how to write. Markdown is pretty much this, where you put two hashtags or one hashtag in front of text. That means that this is heading 1. So as you can see, if I zoom in here a little bit, here is an example. So I have a hashtag here, and then here is a title. Now in Markdown, that means that this is heading 1. Here we have 2 hashtags with some more text, which means heading 2. So AI tools like ChatGPT and the other tools, like for example Groove.ai, those all write markdown text. So what you could do is pretty much take this markdown text, bring it to GrooveBlog, paste it in here, and in a couple of seconds it's just going to switch over to headings, heading 1, heading 2, and it's just going to be pretty much done in terms of editing for these headings and things like that. And now again, this works with the CSV import. If you import markdown text, it's automatically pre-edited for you, so you can just put in featured images, maybe a couple images here within the text, and your bulk creating post, which took a couple months ago, it took a couple hours to write and edit and style. Now with these features, it's just kind of shortening the time span of your blog post actually getting live. So this is something that is not available yet. It will most probably be within the next week. As I mentioned, I'm going to be just working with the developers to improve this functionality a little bit. Markdown also allows for tables. It allows for FAQ sections and things like that. Currently, the tables are not being shown properly. That we will change. It should show like this. Let me just show you here. So it should show like this. And we are going to be improve that one. And then once these things are ready, then we can make it live, which is super exciting.
David, I'm gonna jump in here. You just taught me something, and it just saved me a ton of time. So I'm gonna add my screen to the stream. I'm gonna zoom in right here. So when you put in Markdown text, I'm surprised I didn't realize this. So what'll happen is sometimes I'll get something from ChatGPT. Let me see if I could actually find it. An example. Let's see. Sometimes it'll give me something. Okay, see right here, this is Markdown text because it's double bold. So let me show you what happens if I copy this. Notice what happens with the word before here because it's in bold. If I go into a Google Doc and I paste, you see what's happening? It's giving me the Markdown and it's not bolding it. And so what I've been doing is going like this and like this and like this, because I know that this is supposed to be bold.
In Google Docs, you have to enable the functionality.
So I just did a Google search to find out how to do that because you just mentioned it. And I said, oh, if that exists, let me see if there's a way to do that.
But it doesn't work well in Google Docs.
Yeah, you do is you go to these preferences right here in Tools, Preferences, and automatically detect Markdown.
Yep.
So now I'm going to click that, and now I'm going to copy that. Not like you don't want to copy like this in ChatGPT. You want to click the copy like this, and you see if you copy like this, watch what happens. You'll get this. Whoops! What in the world just happened there? Copy, paste. You'll get something that looks like this. Right, and I'm sure many of you seen that. So what you do is you'll click here, copy like this, and then hit the right click. And let's see, when I click paste, well, it didn't detect the Markdown there.
No,
maybe
Google
like you said, it
does
doesn't
not
always
really
work.
like Markdown text. It does not fully understand it.
Yeah,
this is not.
But at least ours will. At least
yes,
ours will.
Yes, I made sure that ours does.
Yeah. All right, back to your screen, David.
All right, cool. Yeah, so Markdown testing is very. I don't think it's a very widely used functionality, but now with AI tools is becoming more and more of a standard. So just ask ChatGPT to write a post, make sure that it is in Markdown, copy paste it, and it's going to be looking good in GrooveBlog. Of course, within the next release, this is, as I mentioned, currently on the test servers. So that is partially something that we are working on. We are working on some additional page speed improvements for GrooveBlog. Currently, it does load fast, but Google recommends some other speed improvements and some other minor optimizations that we are going to be making sure we do as much as we can. We are going to be adding in some improvements to the RSS feed as well. We're going to be doing the alt image tags for GrooveBlog as well, and also captions. I want to add on captions, which is just a little text below each image so that you can define what is on the image. It gets widely searched, and it very often shows up in Google Images due to these functionalities. So we're going to be adding that within the next couple weeks. So that's pretty much it for GrooveBlog. There's a lot more happening now that we have more resources. I don't want to go into each and every functionality that is on the Trello board that we are starting to work on, but just believe me when I say it's going to get real fast, which is super exciting. So the other thing everybody asks me is, what's up with GrooveMail? So GrooveMail, in terms of, let me just stop sharing GrooveBlog because now we're going to GrooveMail. GrooveMail has been going on pretty well. The improvement for GrooveMail is going real well. I talked last time about this 6 or 7 step form checkpoints for each contact that comes into GrooveMail is going to be checked with various different algorithms, and we have a whole new system, which is, I believe, I think the whole mind map that we have is 100 plus points in where a contact is going to be checked for certain things. And it's just ridiculous. It is just going to be great. We are probably around 60% done with that development. It will take us a couple more weeks to finalize that one. But all in all, we're working currently on how would I say, server related stuff that is important for sending. In certain cases, you saw when you send out a broadcast and then it gets stuck in progress for some time. In certain cases, that happens because there is a queue that your email is just in a queue and it needs to get sent out. We're improving that queue. Also, in certain cases, when the servers that are sending the emails get in some sort of an error, get some sort of a problem, the current way we are doing we know about these issues is by alerting us. But what we are doing instead of alerts is an automatic reset, automatic alert handling, so that it does not need our attention, so that we can kind of say, okay, now try again. But we are going to be making sure that the whole system is automated. If something happens, then retry. If something happens, then alert us, but still retry. This is something that is pretty complex. As I've been explained, I honestly don't know what the team is doing, but this server resets, retries is something that we are working on, along with talking with Microsoft and Google sending teams, so that they try to see GrooveMail as a partner, and they don't give us a headache later on once all of these checks are done. So then once we are good with them, the sending servers and sending reputation of GrooveMail is going to be on a high level. But in terms of functionalities, on top of server related stuff, on top of these Google Mail and Microsoft related stuff, we are doing a lot of improvements in terms of UI. All of the tables have been redone. Minor changes, you may not see it, but all of the tables need to look exactly the same in GrooveMail and also in the other apps. So what you're seeing as a table currently here for broadcast, this is the same table that is in contacts as well. One thing that we added is a speed improvement for contacts. Previously, you clicked on contacts and it was loading. Now it loads much faster. Also, the search was improved. So the search bar now looks for emails, first name, last name, or partial data for any of these three. So if you just type in .com, it will find all of the .com emails. Previously, it wasn't doing that. You had to put in the full-on email, or you put in partial name, you put in partial first name, partial last name. It will find all of the contacts. So this has been done. The speed improvements for contacts, and not only contacts, but also the dashboard. The dashboard loading is improved. The contacts have been improved. The lists have been improved. Like, all of the things should load very quick now. But what we are also doing when I come to contacts here is you're going to see a new button that was added recently. And we are getting towards the end of bulk actions, which will probably make Donna and some other users very happy, which means that you can now select certain contacts over here, and in the next couple days, or probably next week, we are going to be able to bulk delete contacts, bulk tag contacts, and bulk add contacts in lists, which means that you will be able to trigger automations or do certain things based on these actions. So let's just say you want to go to your lists, and in the lists you have certain users. So you say, okay, all of these users do this, and then you select all of them, and then bulk action, add a tag, and this add a tag will trigger an automation, and you're off to the races. So this was very long on the to-do list, and now we're so close to get it done. This was in cooperation with the front end with the tables that we did, all of the table improvements have been mainly done so that it can accommodate these bulk actions. But it's not starting here. It is going to go into other apps like GrooveMail and GrooveBlog. For example, GrooveBlog, now that we are allowing these bulk imports and things like that, one of the next steps is going to be like what we have in GrooveSell, to change from cards as we see posts. So from change of cards to change to lists. And let me show where that shows up. When you go to your product funnels, we have this button which changes from cards to lists. And the same thing will allow us to do bulk actions the same way as we have it in GrooveMail. So you will select at a certain point in time. This is the next thing that we will be working on GrooveBlog. Let's just say you bulk imported your blog post, but something went wrong and it didn't give you good enough import. Then you can go into your imports listing and then maybe delete it from here. Or if you want specific posts, then you can just select a different post that you don't want bulk delete. Currently, you have to go delete each and every one separately. But when you're working with a lot of data that you imported from WordPress or from some AI tools, it's going to make lives much easier. So yeah, these might seem as small tasks, but these are very, very complex tasks in terms of servers and storage and handling all of this in the UI. So it took us quite some time to figure out the tables and the tech behind it. But now that we got it for GrooveMail, we're going to be putting it into other apps as well. All right, let's go on. So this was GrooveMail in brief. As I mentioned, there's a lot of things that are happening, but these were kind of the highlights that I could tell you. There's many more things happening in the background, but I want to make sure that I talk about GrooveMember as well. GrooveMember has gotten one new feature that went live on top of some minor fixes. We added on functionality so that you can create a custom sender for your system emails. So let's just say that you have a membership, like for example, these YouTube video marketing. This is just a test membership, but let's just say that for this one, when somebody joins, you want to send from your own email address and not from info@Groove Digital, and this custom sender functionality will allow you. So for example, if I want to send david@groovedigital.com, I can select this sender, save, and it will use GrooveMail sender address and name to send out the welcome emails, the new access emails, and all of the other emails that are coming from the system. This does not look like a very sexy task, but it is allowing you to brand yourself better by using GrooveMember. When we're talking about branding, certain users that have either different languages or that have different phrases than what we use in GrooveMember, and I'll show you just one example. When you come on to for example, the website over here of this membership, we have certain aspects or certain labels and buttons which are pretty much hard-coded. There's not much that you can do about it. Like, for example, this Learn More button, you cannot rename this. Whatever you would do, you cannot rename this. There is login. There is, when you try to log in, there is this back home or forgot your password or email password and things like that. Like, you could not change that. What we are doing is we are creating a placeholders and input fields in GrooveMember, which will allow you to change each and every one of these labels and buttons, which are hard-coded, so that it will allow you to pretty much have GrooveMember work in any language or any wording that you would like. If you do not want to say forgot your password, but something funny, something more on brand, it's going to allow you. That's going to be probably done in the next 2 weeks. And we're going to make it live with the next deployment. Yeah, we are also going to make live the content importer. We talked about that last time. The content importer will allow you to import from version 1 to import to the version 2 of GrooveMember. Same for the members. So if you have still active memberships in the version 1 of GrooveMember and you want to bring them over to the version 2, this content and the members importer will allow you to do that. So that is pretty much it, what I can tell you for the moment in terms of GrooveMember. There's many other exciting things that are happening for development now. With more resources, we're going to be improving the tagging, the functionalities that we currently have, and it's just going to be much better. Yeah, so these are the apps that I had some pretty exciting news about. There are other apps like Groove Video and GrooveSell that have many exciting updates, but those will be released with the code refactoring, and we mentioned most of them last time in the video a month ago. In the meantime, we were working on some existing improvements and certain bug fixes to push live. So that is pretty much it. Exciting times ahead, and I'm just looking forward to give this to all of you guys who are waiting for it for some time.
All right, and so that's it. There's some other minor little exciting things that we could let them know. I'll share my screen just on this one, David, just to let them know that it's in the works. Let's move to this view here. We have instituted, finally, whoops, I'm doing the wrong browser. There we go. Let's see, why is this? Let's hit the refresh button here. All right, and to zoom in, there's no plus button. You just hit Command plus, right? With
Yep, that's correct.
Okay, let me make my screen actually smaller here. Bear with me, folks. Just want to let you know what we're doing with GrooveSell and the user interface. So I'm making my screen a little bit smaller so that these things on the side aren't as intrusive. And now I can zoom in a little bit more. So this is going to be, let's start from the beginning and make this one bigger. Is there any way to close this over here on the right? I guess not. I thought there was. But so this is the new GrooveSell that's going to be matching what you see over at GrooveKart. This was able to be put into GrooveKart. So your pricing wizard, so let's take a look at GrooveSell for right now. And if you're very familiar with when you go into a product and walk through the product wizard, just waiting for this to load. Let's go into the demo funnel. And when you walk through a product, we get this very, day one of Groove, functional user interface with no look and feel to the, the size of these columns. And this is how, your different pricing are up in these weird tabs up here. And your gateways, again, what we would call the BTN or get me done version of the wizard. It's functional, but we are now moving to something that's going to look like this. So when you log in, when you go through your first step, you'll be in the information panel, and you're going to be seeing a much more user-friendly user interface, and you'll have a much nicer user experience. So moving from here, let's just see. Let me back out a little bit and see which way this goes. Okay, so now the next step, you're going to go into the pricing. And I believe that would be right here. So your price points, which currently, as we just showed you, look much more cumbersome, are going to be like this. You want to add a new price point, you'll hit the plus button, and you'll see all of your pricing options here. When you go in to add a new price point, the user interface is going to look, as you see, just very, very more elegant. Setting up your gateways, you're going to see all of your different gateways that you're working with here. As you see here, this is when you have a lot of different gateways and so on. Okay. Adding a new gateway, again, all this new interface is being put in. When you work on putting in places for your sales pages, your thank you pages, all the way through. So the entire user interface, we don't have the time to go through it all here today, but you're going to be seeing that it's just going to be a much nicer way to go through setting up a wizard. And then we're going to be instituting that wizard throughout the entire app. So what you see there, you're going to be seeing throughout leaderboards and checkouts and contest wizards, Groove Webinar, Groove Video. Everything is going to be moving to this new user interface. The GrooveSell one is the largest one. We don't know how long it's going to take. We're estimating about 60 days because there's some new functions that we're adding that we were waiting for this user interface to get started before we added some new functions. So once you see that done, that's going to happen. And then you'll probably see Groove Webinar get done along with Groove Video the following month. The following month after that, you'll probably see checkouts and leaderboards. And we're just going to go through the entire app and make the entire app look like this. And as we said, now that we have some more resources, last year was slow in terms of development for two reasons. We laid off some of our development team, over a third, and we stayed basically just with the captains of each tentpole app. And then we were refactoring the code for about 6 months, meaning optimizing everything, which we'd push live, and then you'd start seeing some things break because there was new code. And then we had to go back and fix that and refactor the code so that the application runs smoother for scale. And once we did that, back in January, we started coding again for features, and you started seeing the updates that David's showing you. And just over the last 2 weeks, we've added 10 new developers to Groove Digital. And again, with the investment, we're going to be looking to add somewhere in the neighborhood of about $75,000 per month in additional developers. You're looking, somewhere around maybe 25 additional developers, at that point, give or take. But so that's a significant amount. So some of you folks are asking, what about, the team members? What about the future apps, which we did mention at the beginning? We're off to the races again. And as we said, we're putting targets on the backs of everyone in the industry to completely do what we set out to do, disrupt the industry, create a product that every user will say, I don't see why anybody in the world would be using anything other than Groove. So that's going to be our value proposition to get out there next year at $299 a month, likely go away from the free model. We're not sure. Most likely go away from the lifetime model. All those things are going to be 2024. This year, you're going to be seeing some incredible updates on the Groove platform. And one of the things that we want to let you know is that we'll be doing the updates again next month, but in the next week to 10 days, you're going to be seeing GrooveMail get launched live, right? We've done enough demos of those here. And so now what we want to do is we want to launch it live. You're going to get to play with it. It's going to be working perfectly. As far as we know, it's going to be fully battle tested. And then at that point, next time we meet you for the Groove update, we will be doing a complete full demo for you to showcase how GrooveMail forms or just Groove forms work. And you're going to be very, very excited about that. So stay tuned for that. So that's it. That's 2 hours. 1 hour and 20-minute update for you today. David, anything else you wanted to add before we wrap up for today?
No, that's pretty much it. I see a lot of questions about GrooveKart. GrooveKart has a lot of interesting things happening. Currently, there's not a lot of sexy things going on with GrooveKart, mainly background improvements and fixes for the current status. With the addition of the new developer, we will be able to develop faster with the integrations that I mentioned. So yeah, that's the only thing I can say about GrooveKart. But other than that, we are good to go.
Yeah, great news on GrooveMail. As we said, a new developer on there. You're going to be seeing all of the premium automation, sequence builder, all of these things going to be coming out soon. So exciting things to come. These State of the Unions used to be 3 hours to 3.5 hours because we did them every 4 months or every 3 months, probably quarterly to 3 to 4 months. Now we're doing these things basically for you monthly, so we can try to get these things done in about 90 minutes, and we achieved that goal today. So that's it. We're going to play the music out, and we'll see you guys inside the Facebook group. stay tuned inside of the Facebook group. And if you're a Groove.ai member, we just did a live stream back there for you with a few more updates. And as we said, Groove.ai development is off to the races. So that's it. We'll take you out with the music, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.